Hey, Luis, CJ. Hey, buddy. I want you to send this to your coach. I lost his email somehow, but you can kind of show him what we're looking at here. But just forward him the email and he can get it and watch it. And if he has any questions for me, a couple things here. You said the main thing. I think you said you were hitting it right now. I don't necessarily like as much of the move off here, but so you could kind of, I would say, spend a day just working on keeping your head still at the start. I wouldn't spend a ton of time on it. But as you come down, the main thing that I want you to work on, and you said you were kind of hitting it low and even a little bit right, but I think it's right here. I think as you start forward, you're going to see how your left butt cheek goes forward, but yet your left knee stays. So it's sort of like a back end, almost leaning on it too much, and it should start from the ground up. Now, obviously you have tons of lag, and that's one reason, you'll see from the other view, um, you're actually steep on it, but in other words, the ball is going to start more where the club face is pointed. That's going to have a bigger influence than obviously the plane. So the plane is a little steep, but for you, if the last few times we've looked at it, the face has been good. The face has been really good, and you're used to playing with a shut face. So, shut face, hold off kind of a guy. Now the face is looking good, which is when, remember, we did that swing where you actually paused here at halfway, and then you wound up and hit it. And that's when you were hitting it really good with nice little fades. But that was when we were trying to get the face from being very closed to square. Now you have the face square, and this is probably the longest I've seen you with that face being square. So when you see this coming down, though, you can see how in the transition, you see what your belt buckle is doing right in this area. You've got a nice little squat, but I need it to start more with the knee that way. And that's even going to get you a little bit more cleared at that point, which is what we want. I think that's going to bring the flight up a little bit. Obviously, I'd like to see it a little shallower, but I think if we started with your lower body better, you might not hold it off as much because, again, from the steep position, if the face is square, it should go a little left. The fact that you're blocking it tells me that the face is open. And so even with that, though, Luis, having said that, you've got so much lag in here, you could try to feel like you release it a little bit more. Doing some split hand grips, tee the ball up, split your hands on there an inch or so, and or imagine you're kind of hitting a ball back in here, where you could actually lose a little bit of that lag, and that would bring the flight up. So, like I said, we've tried to get you, for your coach here, we've tried to get you onto your, off your right side, which is still okay, and still, I think, the ultimate point. But the fact is, right now, with what you playing in tournaments, I think what you've got to do is head a little bit more still, get the left knee working. That will allow you to clear it just a little bit better, and then go from there. So let me know if you have any questions. But again, I like the face being more square. You can see over here on the right, it's a little steep, so you should be hitting some nice little cuts. But, call me if you have any questions and we can talk about it. But that's where I would say right now, it's just primarily focusing on the head staying still, initially at address, and then 2, letting the left knee go forward as opposed to the left hip initially, if that makes sense. You don't want to see that move. You would be more interested in looking at, let's see. Let's see what Jimmy Walker does here. It will kind of all go together. The idea behind that too would be, if you look at sort of a Sam Snead kind of a look. I don't have anyone from face on here. Hold on. We'll find one. I don't know if Zach Johnson's really the model. He's not really a power player, but yeah, he's just stacking tilty. So I got Tiger here somewhere. But if that makes sense, that's what I want you to do, buddy. All right, let me know.